They did not tell you the story in school, but I will. There was once a great kingdom in Africa that was so powerful it stretched across 3 countries. It stretched across Angola, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Zambia. The kingdom rose from a small village to a massive empire. But what later happened to the kingdom is a sad tale. Now the story starts with a kingdom called Lunda. Lunda existed way before Europe came to Africa. The Lunda Empire began many centuries ago in a region called Katanga today. Katanga is located in the country we now know as the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which by the way is different from the Republic of the Congo. The Democratic Republic of the Congo is one country and the Republic of the Congo is another country. Now, at first, Lunda was just a small community called Ngange. Ngange was ruled by a leader known as the Ngange. Everyone in the kingdom lived in peace and harmony, and Ngange was an amazing leader. But one day, everything suddenly changed. A prince called Ilunga Tishibinda from another nearby kingdom called Luba left his homeland in the Luba kingdom and traveled to the Lunda Empire. In Lunda, he met a local princess and they both fell in love and got married. Their marriage joined 2 powerful royal families, the Luba kingdom, the kingdom the prince came from, and the Lunda kingdom. And this union created a strong political alliance. Later on, the prince and the princess later had a baby, and their son became the first great ruler of the Lunda kingdom, known as Ayamvo. But some stories said that the first clearly known ruler was a king called Nawich, who ruled around 1695. The Lunda kingdom expanded under the leadership of King Nawich. This kingdom grew because the people were strong farmers and skilled organizers. They mainly lived near river valleys and soon began expanding into new lands. But one day they encountered a problem. They were challenged by their neighbors, and some of them included the Sala Mpasu, the Kete, and the powerful Kanyok kingdom. In fact, the challenge was so big that King Nawich was killed in the battle with the Kanyok kingdom. But the Lunda people were not going to give up. They were used to such challenges, so they kept fighting. Their leadership regrouped under new rulers and eventually they defeated their enemies.
Warriors! The enemy approaches from the east! Then charge with me to victory!
Lunda then had so many other rulers, like a king called Yava Nawich, who showed that Lunda expanded westward across the Kasai River. Lunda kept growing, absorbing communities, and spreading influence across Central Africa. By the late 1600s, the Lunda controlled about 150,000 square kilometers, ruling almost 300,000 square kilometers, an area larger than many modern African countries. But these guys were not acting alone. They had help from a population of about 175,000 people, Muslim advisors who provided military skills, early firearms from traders, and strong marriage connections to the Luba kingdom. The Lunda also created a confederation where local chiefs ruled their areas and paid tribute to the supreme king of the Lunda kingdom, called Mwata Yamvo. Their influence spread into Angola, Zambia, and across the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The famous Bemba people of Zambia actually traced their roots to this Luba-Lunda migration. But while the Lunda was busy expanding, another group was growing stronger, and these were the Chokwe people. The Chokwe lived mainly in what is now eastern Angola, extending into southeastern Congo and northwestern Zambia. They were not originally part of the Lunda Empire. They were hunters, traders, and skilled iron workers. But one day they came in contact with Portuguese traders who sold guns to them, and this changed everything. In the 1800s, the Chokwe people decided to fight the Lunda Empire and take over everything they owned, and they had enough resources to do this. With firearms and growing numbers, they invaded the Lunda Empire, defeated its armies, and took over much of its territory. The Chokwe brought their own language, art, and customs, and although some of the Lunda people survived, most of their power faded. But around 1884, the Europeans arrived and divided Africa amongst themselves. The Lunda lands were split by 3 European powers. Portugal took the Angola side, Belgium took the Congo side, and Britain took the Zambia side. But even today, The Lunda people still exist across Congo, Angola, and Zambia, carrying the memory of an empire that once shaped Central Africa. I am posting 45 videos about 45 kingdoms that existed in Africa before colonization. If you want to learn more about this kingdom, then subscribe to my channel right now. 'Cause this is Africa!